I used to be 62 kg at 6 foot tall. Now I'm all the way up to 88 kg and I'm absolutely loving life. And in this video for you boys, for free, I'm also including the training program, which was designed for me by a qualified personal trainer with lots of experience to go from being skinny to building up a physique which targets all the superhero muscles. So I'm including that for you boys for free. You don't have to pay for it. I'm here to help you. Firstly, you absolutely must track your food. I used to think I ate a lot. I'd say to my mum, oh, I had a can of beans, I had toast, I had this. And she'd look at me and go, that doesn't sound like a lot. For me, and for a lot of skinny guys out there, the problem is not training, it's all diet. Very simple though. We do not need a fancy app to go in and try and track all our calories, track all these metrics. There are only a couple of things I want you to track. Firstly, body weight every single day. Step on the scales, first thing in the morning, take a photo, log it. That's a very important thing for us to be able to adjust our diet off. To make this really easy, the only two things you need to track on intake: calories, protein, just those two. Those two have the greatest effect on the scales and the way we're gonna look with our physique. When we are tracking our calories, protein, and weight, all we're gonna do is we're gonna add extra calories if the weight is not moving up. It's as simple as that. If the weight's not moving, you eat more. No problem, eat anything you want, just eat more. Your body weight. All I want you to do is eat 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. Done, simple. Only think about calories now, only think about body weight. When you start getting big and strong and tough, if you want to optimize it more, sure, go into your other macros. We don't care about that now, we're just sick of being skinny. Let's get out of here. To do this, I don't like using a fancy tracking app. All I do, I'll put a screenshot up now, I use the notes app on my phone. I just write breakfast, what I had, or if I had like a protein shake and I know what the calories and the protein are, I'll write it in there. Once I've done that, I'll copy paste into ChatGPT and say, hey, what are my current calorie total and protein total for today? That's it, super simple. Delete it at the end of the day, we can forget about it, move on to the next. If you want to use a dedicated tracking app, go for it, be my guest. I just don't think it's necessary. Do whatever is gonna be the absolute easiest for you, because that's what this is all about. We're trying to make it as easy as possible so that we don't fall off the train. Train simple, doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be hard. We don't have to be doing all the weird angles and the weird machines and 27 sets on every single muscle group. You can just start with compound lifts, bench, squat, deadlift, pull-ups, overhead press. Those alone are enough to build a fantastic physique. You do not need all these crazy different tips and science-based perfect things you see on Instagram and YouTube. I would actually recommend you completely avoid them. Keep your mind free, keep it simple. Focus on basics, execute on those, and you're fine. Progressive overload, push harder, keep it simple, no worries. We can do isolation later, we can do all the fancy things later, but for now, keep it simple. All we want is results. We do not give half a whatever about anything else. So please do not look up the scientifically perfect routine. Let's not overcomplicate it, lads. Let's just stop being skinny. Forget motivation. No more 3-month spurts. The mistake I made is I would get so fed up with being a skinny, weak little lad that I was like, enough, I have to get big, now is the time. And I'd go crazy for 3 months. I'd think about how hard it is, but I'm gonna push through the pain. And then when I ran out of gas, I'd give up. Maybe I made a little bit of progress, but I'd sink back in, be sad, wouldn't really work. Easy, sustainable action. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a daily routine where we can eat properly, work out properly, easily, and it doesn't feel like a problem. We're not trying to make it hard. Working out is hard, but we're gonna try and make it as easy as possible so we win. We wanna win, right? That's what we're gonna do. Understand this. Every time you look in the mirror, you might feel absolutely ashamed of how you look. I did. I felt like, oh, I'm just sick of being this skinny lad. Understand that if you stick with this is gonna be the absolute worst you're ever gonna look again. The next day you're gonna be slightly better, and then the next. Every single day you're getting better and better. Don't think about, I'm not Ronnie Coleman yet. Just think about, tomorrow I'm actually better. I'm never gonna be this skinny again. Today's my last day of being this skinny. Find the positives, keep it exciting for yourself. Mentally, when I used to think to myself, I'm so skinny, I'm really struggling to eat, I wouldn't be hungry. But then, if for some reason I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy this bulk supplement, I'm gonna get big, and I made that switch in my mind, suddenly I was hungry again. It was very unusual that as soon as I didn't think of myself as super, super skinny, I actually wanted to eat. If I started stressing and thought, there's no way I can hit my calories, I didn't want to eat. I was reinforcing that in my mind that I cannot eat the calories and the protein I need for that day. So let's get rid of that. Let's start seeing the positives and stop obsessing about how weak we feel right now. That's not part of us anymore. If you struggle with this, find yourself something in your life which you dislike even more than the gym and even more than forcing yourself to eat. Again, a lot of people won't say this to you, but I'm speaking from experience and we just want results. So if you have to, do this. Let's just get big. Don't get yourself excited and worked up about quick fixes or taking supplements to get yourself all jacked up. One night at like 2 a.m., I was so sick of being skinny, I spent $600 on supplements in one order. All these random things which were all scams and they had absolutely nothing they could do to really help me build my body. But that's how desperate I was. I was trying to look for these quick fixes, trying to look for these things that I could do. And guess what? Those supplements did absolutely nothing for me. It didn't fix my underlying problems. It didn't fix my discipline problem when I was going to go work out. It didn't fix my eating problem. It didn't change anything. So if you're going to get supplements, all you need to do is get protein powder. You can hit your calories eating donuts for all I care. It's still going to help you as opposed to not eating. Then if you need the protein powder to make sure you hit your protein goals, perfect. That's the only supplement you actually need. We're also going to accept that it's going to take a bit of time, right? We're not going to think, okay, in 3 months' time, I'm going to be massive. But do understand that every day we're getting bigger than the last. We're never going to be this skinny again. But this is the thing, right? In 1 year's time, we're going to be there anyway. There's no way we can stop the clock. There's no way we can take it back. So in 1 year's time, you're going to look back and think, fuck, if I just locked in for that 12 months and just done this simple routine, I'd be where I want to be. But I haven't, and now I've got to do it for 12 months again. Oh, that sounds so hard. It's going to pass anyway, boys. Just please start now. And here it is, the holy grail, the thing I promised. This is my absolute favorite training program. And woo, look at that lad now. Look at that transformation, the picture from the first slide to this picture now. This is absolute proof that this real simple stuff really works. I'm even going to link the exact training program in the description as a PDF. You can go there and download it for free. Fair warning though, the focus on this program is on building that superhero body shape. So you can see here I've focused on shoulders, chest, trying to get that big upper body, nice tapered waist, solid legs in. That's how I want to look, because I was always obsessed with the way the superheroes looked in the Marvel movies. I thought, that's sick. That's how I want to look. That was my motivation. And this program was actually designed for me by a personal trainer to help me achieve that physique. And I'm going to give it to you boys now for free. You're welcome. So we've got 5 working days a week, 2 rest days. That's easy. We can go to the gym 5 days a week. Only takes an hour. We'll put in our routine. Forget about it. If you want to get even more benefits, especially on the mental, pick up a combat sport. Can be as simple as just 1 session a week. Get in, get out, done, sorted. If you're just trying to bulk up, you don't really need it, but I love combat sports for so many other reasons. So I've got it as a PDF in the description. What I recommend you do, download that PDF, download an app called Strong on your phone, iPhone, Android, whatever you've got. Type the workouts into the Strong app. Then you can track your weights, your sets, your reps, all that good stuff, so we can see the real progress going up. Because I've been using Strong for years now. So I can go back in there and look at my charts and I can see, oh wow, 5 years ago, I was just going with 4 kg dumbbells. Now I'm there repping out the 30 kg ones, like all the boys I used to look at in the gym and think, fuck, I wish I could look like them. It's so much fun, boys. So just use these 5 super simple things. Don't try and do some crazy optimized thing. I promise you, it's going to be so much harder. You're going to give up and it's not going to work. But if you just keep it simple, go eat your donuts, do what you got to do, put some effort into your training. You have seen the photos of me before and after. This absolutely works for you. And then once you get rolling, when you're feeling good, it's all worth it. I promise you, boys. And then we can branch out and try and optimize it. But at the beginning, we're not going to do that. We just want results. That's all we're going to focus on. So if this video was of value to you, boys, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Always appreciate hearing from you, lads. Drop a like. Share it to all your mates who need to hear this. It's much simpler and easier than we allow ourselves to believe. And I see that now on the other side of it. So I hope you enjoyed this, lads. Smash the like button, all that good stuff. and I'll see you in the next video. Wha-pow!